cracking myself up. I was just cracking myself up, and it wasn't so bad. So it's good to be back. Can everybody go around and I'm getting to know some of your names. Just kind of go up and down the aisles for me. Marley. Lauren.
Haley. Destiny. Michelle.
Katie.
Cordelia.
Sarah.
Kelly.
Shelley.
Lindsay.
Alicia.
Jen.
Megan.
Emily.
Leslie.
Hi. So I'm Margie. I'm so glad to be back here again. I did my certification first video, what was it, September or something like that?
Or it was in the fall.
Yeah, it was in the fall, and so we had a great big class, and a lot of you were there, and that was right before I went to level 2, or my level 3 in Utah. And so I have learned a lot out there, and part of what I want to share with you is my growth from there. And it's, I think, a lot more evident. Shelley's been taking my classes for quite some time now, so she can even speak probably for some of my transformation in teaching too. So I did the video, I had to write all these essays and evaluate my video and score myself and different questions. I can't even remember at this point. It's just, you know how it is, you're probably reading a lot of books and writing a lot of stuff. But, so I got feedback, I sent it in. Actually, I went to level 3, and as soon as I got back, then I evaluated it, and I went, oh man, that's hard. Especially because I was like, oh, they taught me a different way of teaching, improved upon it, I guess, expanded it. And so I sent the video in, and my essays, and submitted it, and then I got a call back from a neat gal named Shelley Squires. And I went to level 3 with her, and she gave me an evaluation, and it was really cool. Let me tell you what, I don't know about you, but how scary is that to think of somebody calling you up on the phone? I mean, maybe I might not have known her, and she would have she's gonna critique me. She's gonna, tell me how I did, but I always trust the Baptiste too. They've always been empowering about things. So anyway, things that it was very, very empowering. Never did I feel like, oh, I just got beat up and she just corrected me, and it was nothing like that. And there were 3 things that she told me, I'm gonna tell you to integrate into your next video, and that is keep, stop, and start. So keeping was maybe kind of the empowering aspect of what I get to share from my own personal journey. She really encouraged me to do that. Stop, holding my hand up, I do this a lot. I mean, this is how, seriously. I'm like, oh my gosh, wow, I do that. So staying in more in true north from here. Let's see, start. One thing that really sticks out is when I'm assisting, and I noticed I did this too in my videotape, so that was what was really cool, is she was pointing out stuff that I could see really easily. One thing I was doing when I was assisting is not making eye contact. I mean, how would that be just be hi, here you go. I mean, seriously, And so keep, stop, start. And so I've been really excited and been teaching for a little over a month now and integrating all of that into there. So since I've last seen you and went to Utah for level 3, it was something else, of course. Being out there in the snowy mountains at Sundance Resort, it's always quite a thing to go to a Baptiste training, and I've done several of them now in just a couple years' time. And what I wanted to talk to you about, what I got from that experience and going through the certification and videoing and being at level 3 was a lot along the lines of what Mark was talking about. All of you were in Mark's class, maybe with the exception of a couple of you. And he was talking about, breakdowns and breakthroughs, is a central part of being a yes, right? And I haven't shared this with too many people, what happened to me out there. And I love Baptiste, obviously I wouldn't be here. It was probably, we start off, I got there on Friday night and it was Wednesday. I was ready to pack it in and go home. I really was. I was mad. I was really mad at Barron and everybody else leading it. I was mad at the people around me, and I was projecting it onto them, you know, until I finally just broke down. And it was literally, that night, I was so fed up with everything. And it's not, this is my problem. I'm telling you, this is coming from my space, and what really was my problem was, I remember going back to my room and calling up my boyfriend in Indiana, and I said, I'm coming home after this is done, and I never want anything to do with this again. And what it really boiled down to was me seeing things getting really empty and removing what I was being resistant to. I was really fighting that. You know, sometimes you're in a room and you have a lot of people looking at you. I'm sure you're going through that with your training. And they see something that you can't see, and you're just like, I don't want to see it. I've got this nailed down. And that's what was really going on with me. But the whole breakdown happened by Thursday morning. I remember I came in and I said they have wellness people, I said, I don't know what I'm going to do today. I said, I'm having a panic attack, I'm crying, I'm angry, I'm physically ill. She's like, don't worry about it, just stay in the back of the room. And so I participated in the back. Well, one of the things they do at level 3 is you get to co-teach with Aaron on a microphone. And you could be a downward dog, and somebody comes up to you and goes, here's your microphone and your headset, and they slap it on you. And next thing you know, it's you and Barron up there teaching, and there's, I don't know, 100 people there, but we all got to do it. And they knew I wasn't feeling good, but something told me, you know when you hit rock bottom, you just can't get any lower, and that's where you break down. And then I said to Margie, I said, I don't, just because I told you I didn't feel good, I don't want to miss that opportunity today. Come up to me and give me the microphone. Let me do that. And she said, all right. And they did, and I felt a breakthrough. I went from being so mad the night before to wanting to leave and being so resistant to what the program was trying to teach me, and coming from a place of integrity and the promises I made to my family members and people in my life and owning up to that. I went from that to a breakthrough, and I'm going to tell you what, when you hit that rock bottom place and you get out of your own way and give it up to get empty, there's something that just happens, because I literally just went, you might as well give it to me now and let me do this. And I have to say this, I was kind of proud of myself. It was not so bad. So I'm coming to here again to you today as a breakthrough, okay? I was at the practice too this morning, and I mentioned earlier, like, man, sometimes you just really suck. Like, it was hard this morning, but how much of a breakthrough was that, right? It was fantastic. We saw amazing breakthroughs, just like Jen in the back. And so I want you to look at what you're resisting. What is in your way to create those breakthroughs? What kind of breakdown? Where do you need to get to rock bottom? Where sometimes all you just can do is just look up and say, I don't have anything else. And then you get out of your way. And then you're a yes for possibility, right? So give it up to get empty. Any questions on that? Any questions? All right, well, thank you. So drop what you know, be a yes, and you are ready now. So let's come into child's pose. Ujjayi breath. Extend your fingertips out towards the short edge of your mat. Press down. Breathe deeply in through your nose and out through your nose. Give up what you must. Get empty. Be ready right here, right now for breakdowns and breakthroughs. Completely empty. Shift your vision. See something new. Downward dog. Spread your fingers. Press down through your knuckles and fingertips. Take your gaze towards the back of your mat. Lift your bellies up and back. Ujjayi breath. Now I want you to all soften your joints a little bit. Stay plugged in, stay grounded, stay earthy, but soften elbows and soften your knees. Deep breath in and out. Step or hop your feet towards your hands and come into forward fold. Set your feet at hip width. Press down through the four corners of your feet. Grab opposite elbow, opposite hand. Everybody bend your knees. Water. Bring water into your joints. Dangle your head. Look between your knees. Gaze between your knees. Maybe somebody's back of their head or back of the room. Use this opportunity to really clear something out. Release your hands, and on your next inhale, press into your feet and gently roll up to standing and take your hands and your eyes to the ceiling. Look up. Expand out through your fingertips. Hands to heart center. Eyes open. Gazes forward. Together we will take 3 ohms. Reach your hands to the ceiling. Take your gaze up. Look up. Lift your pelvic floor up and in. Lift your bellies. Press down. Take it back a little further. Take your gaze further back. Keep expanding out and lifting up. Deep breath in and exhale. Forward fold. Inhale, roll up to standing again. Take your hands up to the ceiling, hands down at your sides. Look at your feet. Feet are at hip width. 12 o'clock. Press down through the 4 corners of your feet. Lift your toes and be soft, and we'll spread them out on the mat. Lift your inner ankles up and back and your outer ankles down and forward. Hug your outer shins in and soften your knees. Let your tailbone descend to the floor and lift the pelvic floor up and in as you draw your front ribs together. Take your shoulders up to your ears and pull them back onto your back. Expand out through your fingertips, draw your chin in. Inhale, reach your hands up again. Look up and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Long spine. Everybody bring your hands to your hips. Pull your shoulders to your ears and your shoulders on top of your back. Lift your shoulders. Extend through the crown of your head. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, bend your knees. Place your hands on the mat. Take it back to a high plank. Spread your fingers. Press down. Lift the pit of your belly up and in. Soften between your shoulder blades. Inhale. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, halfway lift. Sorry. Up dog. Up dog. That would have been confusing, right? Down dog. Eyes gaze to the back of your mat. Soften your jaws. Look at your hands. Everybody look at your hands and get wider in your base. Get your pinkies towards the outer edges of your mat and press down. From the fire in your belly, lift your belly up and back. Look forward. Step or hop to the front of your mat as you exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, long spine. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press into your feet, rise up, take your hands, your gaze up to the ceiling, and exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, long spine. Exhale, forward fold, bend your knees, vinyasa. High, move, keep flowing with the breath, building some heat here. Up dog, down dog. Come into high plank. High plank, low plank. Up dog, down dog, yes. Gaze to the back of your mat. Step or hop to the front of your mat. Forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, reach up to standing, look up. And exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, vinyasa, high to low. And up and back. So let's not worry about how we get there. I really like messy stuff. Think a lot less is getting out of our own way. So just move. Move with the breath. Move your gaze forward. Move your gaze back. Stay rooted. Press into your hands. Deep breath in. Exhale. Forward fold. Step or hop to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press to standing. Upward salute. Hands and gaze up. And exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, vinyasa. High and low. Up and back. Press into your hands. Lift your bellies. Everybody shake their heads, yes. And shake it again, no. Look forward, press into your hands. Step or hop forward. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand to rise. Lifting, lift your belly, look up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, vinyasa. Move. Breathe. And back. Eyes open. If your eyes are closed and you're scrunching up your face, then you're resisting. Step or hop to the front of your mat. Here we go. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your big toes and your heels together, knees together. Bend your knees, Utkatasana. Reach your hands up. Lift from your belly. Bend your knees. Sink back into your heels. Look up even at your fingertips. Draw your shoulder blades onto your back. So let's everybody take some cactus arms. That gets the thoracic open. Deep breath in. Exhale, sink it down a little lower. Defy the lag. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, vinyasa, step back or hop back. High plank, low plank, up dog. What was that? Was that any of you?
No, it was Summer Burger Dog. I think
outer heel. Move your bones here. Move your right bones back, your left bones forward. Everybody lunge more into your right knee. Yeah, see what's in front of you and be present. I'm not in front of you right now. There's a bar maybe, or there's a person in front of you, but that's just physical things. What's in front of you is what you might be resisting. So wouldn't it just be easier just to drop what you're resisting? Like, let it go. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands down, vinyasa. Left foot, left hand, warrior one. Press and rise, look up. Inhale, take it back, lift your belly. Vinyasa, high plank, low plank. Up and back. Bonus breath, inhale and out. Press, look forward, inhale, exhale, step or hop, forward, fold. Halfway lift, long spine, exhale, forward fold. Bring your big toes, your knees together, heels together, bend your knees deeply, reach up. Lift from your belly, press, lift, draw your bones in and expand out. Move from the belly, the fire. Sink back. Right here, draw your ribs in. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees. Vinyasa, high plank, low plank. Up and back. Right foot, right hand, warrior one. Think a lot less. Here we go. Up, down, high plank. Low. Yes. Left foot, left hand. Rise up. Be here. Vinyasa. High. Low. Up and back. Look at your hands. Take your gaze to your ankles. Step or hop to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, vinyasa. Everybody come to a high plank. Bring your knees to the mat. Cross your ankles. Come into a modified plank. Modified plank. So you're leaning forward. You're still pressing down on your knuckles. Your belly's engaged. So we don't want to be droopy. We want to draw in. Yes. Look forward. Bend your elbows. Hug in at your rib cage. Taking a low plank. You got it. You got it. Think a little less. Up dog. Up. Yes. Low plank. Up dog. Down dog. Right foot, right hand. Warrior one. Vinyasa. High. Low. Left foot, left hand. Warrior one. Step it through. Vinyasa. High. Step or hop to the front. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit back. So get your heels and your toes together and hug in, skin to muscle to bone, right? Even your shoulder blades. Remember what Mark talked about this morning? Somebody brought it up. I love that. Like, my thighs might be burning,
But that's only one part of it, right? Plug your shoulder blades. Everybody take your shoulder blades back. Draw them in. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Inhale. Vinyasa. Right foot, right hand. Warrior one. Move your bones around. Yeah. Yeah, there you go, Cassie. That's what I'm talking about. Inhale. Exhale, vinyasa. High, low. Left foot, left hand. Vinyasa. High, low. Up. Gaze to the back of the room. Spread your fingers. Step your feet together. Draw them into center line. Right leg lifts, but let's not be big, rockets or anything. Flex. Reach towards the back of the room. Equal balance in both your hands. So plug in knuckles on both your hands. Bend your right knee and point your knee to the ceiling. Flip your dog. Get your feet at true north. So that means they're all at 12 o'clock. If that back wall is 12 o'clock, your toes are pointing towards the back wall. Lift your hips. Muscularly pull the bones away. Press into your bottom hand and flip over. Give me a three-legged, graceful three-legged dog. High plank. High plank. Both feet down. Step your ankles, toes together. Right hand underneath your face. Roll to the outer edges of your left foot. Flex your feet. Maybe you can't look at your toes right now, but feel them pointing towards your face. You're flexing them so much. Look up at the middle finger in your top hand. Deep breath in, vinyasa, high. Left leg, slowly, control. Foundation. Hands, feet. Lift your belly and extend. Bend your left knee, open up your hip. Take a stretch. Foundation. Bar, wall. And flip your dog. Look over to your right, see what's there. So press into the four corners of your feet. Push your knees to the wall. I like to name my walls. I don't know what we should call that one. Okay, so press down. Your bottom hand, you should be really pressing down in those knuckles. Lift your belly, draw your knees in together. Everybody, your top arm, pizza tray? Give me a cactus arm on your right arm. Yes. Flip it over. Downward, vinyasa, thank you. High plank, low plank. Yeah, so let's take a moment to come to that breath. Ujjayi breath. Get present with that breath right now. Get plugged in. Whatever's taking you out of your breakthrough, or maybe bringing you a little bit closer to that breakdown, remove that brick. Right leg lifts. Step it through, high runner's lunge. Lift your upper body, take your hands up. Everybody come up and then we'll move that. Okay, take your hands up. Okay. Draw in. So, Lift your left heel. Lift it higher. It should be vertical. Squeeze in, squeeze in. Shoulder blades. There you go. Lift. You got it, great. Hands to heart center. Turn to your right and anchor your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. But don't lose this back leg is strong and lifted. Hug your hip bones into center line. Lift your belly, pull your shoulders to the back wall, the wall behind you, to your neighbor behind you. Lift your right elbow, look up. Inhale, soften your jaw. Slowly, steadily, I want you to rise up to front. Take your hands in. Drop your left heel, right forearm to right thigh. Side angle. Look down at your right knee. Your right knee should be stacked over your right ankle. And your right knee should be going that way. So maybe look over that way. Look over there. Look at your knee. If it's going this way, push it that way. Top hand, palm up and over. Bring your fingertips towards me. Keep pressing. Can you feel the four corners of your feet? Keep pressing down. Now, look up at your middle finger. Now, your top shoulder, right? Is this your left or right? Your left. Thank you. I get a little twisty. Take your top shoulder back. So, moving through the kidney in that top lung, open, lift your belly, look up, inhale, exhale, vinyasa. Whew. Yeah, cleanse it out a little bit. Left leg lifts, step it through. Set your foundation. So what'd you learn from that other side? What brought you to success? Okay, hugging those bones in, lifting, lift your upper body. When you feel that strong foundation, strong back leg, there's my right hand. Hug in, hug in. Yeah, shoulder blades, bring them into their sockets. The same thing for your hips. Sometimes we get that left hip coming forward too much. Yes, bring the right hip socket forward. Hands to heart center. Pause here for a moment. Keeping your shoulder blades into their sockets. Press your palms, press your fingertips. Back heels are lifted. Turn to your left, lean forward, anchor your right elbow to the outside. So keep that belly lifted, your belly lifted, and lift your left elbow. Take it open, yeah, everybody take it open. So look up at that top hand. Look up at your middle finger. Soften your jaw. Hug your hips in. Twist your upper body. Bring your shoulders back. Keep lifting your belly. Yep, you're good, you're good. Slowly rise, squaring your hips forward, take your hands up. Drop your right heel to floor, left forearm to the top of your left thigh. Press your hip sockets under and forward. So I call it the little twerky thing, like we get all like this, right? We get this, right? Scoop under your hip sockets and lead with that top thigh bone. Bring your hands, fingertips towards the front. Lift your belly. Keep pressing 4 corners, everybody, 4 corners of your feet. Roll your upper shoulder blade back. Look up. Look up and look forward. Inhale. Here we go. Exhale, vinyasa. Woo. Press down. Spread your fingers. Everybody, look at your toes, and I want you to, like, if you're look at me first. Squish down the balls of your feet on downward dog. Just press down hard. Lift your bellies. Step or hop to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana. Heels touching, toes touching, squeeze. Draw your bones in. Bring your hands to heart center, line up your forearms. Everybody, push your shoulder blades back. Squat lower, lean forward, and twist to your right. Are your hips squared? Squat a little lower. Hug in. Skin. Take that skin, you're outside, pull it in from muscle to bone. Lift your belly. Arms open. Arms open. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Woo, step your feet apart. Take your peace fingers, grab your big toes. Halfway lift, long spine. And exhale, fold in. Hug in. Look at the person behind you. Look through your knees. Eyes awake. Crown of your head should be faced towards the ground. So taking the roundness out of your back, bend your knees if you need to. This is kind of an inversion. So you're what would you call it? When you're contracting your spine. Help me out here. What is that when you do that? You guys know, right? Compression, decompression. Right? That's what you were hearing. That's what you want. Deep breath in and out. Chair pose. Toes, heels, knees together. Can you bring your toes to them? Bring your shoulders back. Lift from your bellies, draw your ribs in, sink back into your heels. Hands to heart center, line your forearms up. Press, shoulder blades back. Lean forward, turn to your left. Anchor that elbow, your right elbow, and draw as you lift your belly. So it's kind of a halfway fold. So you lift from your belly and the crown of your head and your tushy goes back, right? So squat a little lower if you have to and engage your belly. Open your arms. Look up. So, is your shoulder like right up by your ear? Pull it back. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Step your feet apart, hip width. Step on your hands. Bend your hands at the wrists. Slide them under. Eyes open. Decompress your spine. Dangle your head. Ujjayi breath. Release your hands slowly. Crow pose. Start with your hands. Draw your feet together. Look forward. Gaze is forward. I can tell you this much. Most of the time, if you think you're looking forward in crow, you're not looking forward enough, so look forward even more. Dance with it. Can you get one foot off the ground? Maybe the other. You all know how to dance, right? You all know how to dance. Vinyasa. Shoot it back. Look at your hands. Set your foundation wide. Step or hop to the front of your mat. Halfway lift long spine. And exhale, fold. Inhale, gently roll on up to standing. Take your hands to the ceiling. Take your gaze to the ceiling. Look up. Hands to heart center. Hands at your sides. Thumbs to knee. Eagle pose. Right elbow underneath left elbow. Soften your knees. Press into the four corners of your left foot. So stay watery in your left knee. Lift your elbows. Gaze forward. Lift your upper body. Move your shoulder bones back. Gaze forward. Deep breath in. Exhale, release. Other side. Other side. Left elbow underneath right elbow. Just go to it. Release. Right side again. Other side. Just go to it. Gaze forward. Lift your elbows. Pull your forearms away. Ujjayi. Release. Hands on your hips. Press down through the four corners of your feet. Lift your belly. Look up. Lift your belly. Lift your sternum. Plug your shoulder blades back. Bend your right leg and bring your right hand to your right knee. Keep your left knee soft, that water element. Open your knee up to the right side. Yeah. And you guys are, reach over there. Is there somebody to your left? Even if you just got a little pinky on them. Yeah, look to your left. Plug your hip bones and your shoulder bones into your sockets. That center line. Draw in. Release your knee to the front. Extend, lift your right toes. Flex, draw your toes towards your face. Now, take your right hip, pull it in. Push it back. There you go. Better, better, better. Sweep your right leg back, airplane pose. Look up. Chest, shoulders, a little higher. You can place your palms towards the ceiling. Let's do that. Palms face up. Release your hands to the mat. Place your left hand underneath your face and your right hand on your hip. Blocks are awesome. Blocks are awesome. Keep your foot flexed. Now, if you are able to take your hand up, be where you need to be, right? Okay, so stay in that present moment. Yeah, yes. No need to perform. Everybody flex your right foot and sweep your toes, your top leg forward towards the wall you're looking at. Look up at your middle finger and drop your hands down. And drop your right leg down. Soften your knees. Do some pedal pushers. Just kind of lift your right heel, lift your left heel. Bend your knees, pedal it out. Inhale, come up to your upward salute. Your hands up. Look up. Hands to heart center. Hands at your side. Hands on your hips. Pull your shoulder blades back. Lift your belly. Lift your left knee and bring your left hand to your left knee. Symmetry in your body. So notice where the weight shifted. Open your left knee up to the left. Look to your right. Yeah. Look to the front. Extend your left leg out forward. Hands on your hips. Toes towards the ceiling. Pull your left hip socket back. Lift your toes, lift from your belly. Sweep your left leg back. Airplane pose. Palms press up towards the ceiling. Hands to the floor. Left hand on left hip, right hand underneath your face. Everybody, left hand on your hip. Open up your side body, stacking your hips. Flexing your top leg. Take your top leg and move it towards me this way a little bit, just a little bit. Then take, if this is a good place for you to be, take your top hand up. Maybe try it. Look up. It's okay if you fall. Ushai. And release your hands down. Bring your hands to the mat, soften your knees. Whew. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, take a vinyasa. Don't worry about how it looks, it feels, just shake it off. Shake all this seriousness off. Right? Ugh. Step or hop to the front of your mat. Roll on up, true north, take your hands up. Dancer's pose, right side. So bend your right leg, reach back to the inside of your right foot. Push your hips forward. Everybody flex your right foot. Lift your belly forward. Look forward. And release. Hands up, upward salute. Exhale, hands to heart center. Right hand up. Dancer's pose, left side. Draw that knee in, draw your knee in. So your knee is pointed down. Release. Tree pose, right side. center line is right here. Hug it in, squeeze your bones in. Hands to heart center. Shoulder blades into center line and on your back. Gaze forward. Hands lift, look up. Interlace your fingers and turn your palms up towards the ceiling. Lift your belly, move your gaze back. Take it back. Unwind. So come back the way you came slowly. And release. Come to other side. Tree pose. Ujjayi breath. So this is really a good time to restore and get present again. Hands lift, gaze lifts. Take your hands to the ceiling. Interlace your fingers. Keep looking up. Turn your palms up. Ujjayi. Take your shoulder blades onto your back and lift your belly. Push your hips forward a little more. Take it back. And release. Chair pose. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, vinyasa. Just get there. Get there. Right foot, right hand, warrior two. Warrior two. Look at your right knee. Where's it going? Look at your left foot. Press down. Draw your shoulder blades onto your back. Expand out through your fingertips. Straighten your right leg. Reach across the room, triangle. Lengthen, press down. Relax. Keep that front knee soft. Yeah. Look at your toes on your right foot. Wiggle them. Wiggle them. Wiggle your left toes. Maybe you can't look at them. Look up at your top hand. Take a deep breath in, lift up. Lift up your side body. Point your right toes forward so your whole body is facing this wall. Look at your feet. Take your arms straight out. Be happy with the width you're at there. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Lift your belly, look up. Take your shoulder blades onto your back. So breathe in through the back of your heart and lift, press, lift, exhale, fold. So remember, you don't have to get to the pose. We always have this, like, we need satisfaction, we need results right now. But how can you create your own asana? What is working for you, and what are you learning about your process and your breakthrough? Eyes open, gaze at the back of the person's head behind you. Create that experience. Bring your hands to your hips, off of your knees, press up to standing. Point your right toes forward and step your left foot forward, pyramid pose. Hands on your hips. So both feet, your toes are pointing, we'll call this south, because this was north, right? South this way. Hands on your hips. Square your hips forward. Look up, lift your belly. Pull your shoulder blades back. Pull the shoulder blades back. Take a deep breath in. exhale, take a halfway lift. So long spine. Pause here for a moment. Push your right hip back and extend through the crown of your head to the front of the room. I think most of us could maybe get a little bit wider. Some of you might want to try that, unless your hamstrings are a little tight. Yeah. So stay connected in all four corners of your feet, but if you have to, soften your right knee. Yeah. Drop your nose to your right knee and take your gaze to your left knee. Hands on the floor. Place your left hand to the inside of your right foot on the floor or on a block. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Reach long through the crown of your head. Press down into your hands and feet and your bottom hand, and then take your top hand up. So where does this twist come from? Your shoulders, your upper body. So move the bones in your upper body. What I want you to do here is I want you to take your top hand and sweep it underneath you. Release, disintegrate. So bring it, look down, bring it underneath your belly, then integrate, reach it up. Again, disintegrate and integrate. That's a dance. Do it again. Until you feel totally satisfied with where you're at this moment. Move from that pointy, maybe you guys all know anatomy. What's this pointy? Scapula? Yeah, okay, scapula. Look up. Look up. Deep breath in. Exhale, vinyasa. Ooh, let it out, let it out, let it out. Yeah, make it that big body yawn vinyasa. Stretch it out, yeah. Left hand, left foot, warrior two, and windmill your upper body, full body to, let's see, if this is north and that's south, this would be
West.
west.
That's south?
Yeah.
Oh,
Looking out over your front finger. Scoop your sits bones under, so leading with these top bones in your upper thigh. Again, yeah. A little less twerky action. And even though you're expanding out through your fingertips, take those scapula and pull them in towards your center line. Here. Don't blow out your ribs. Triangle. Triangle. So just like we did that pyramid a minute ago, there is so much possibility in triangle. So blocks are awesome here. So you're keeping your upper body lifted. Wiggle your right toes, wiggle your left toes. Look up. Ujjayi. That means breathing. Nice. Warrior two. Point your left toes forward to the west wall. Take your arms straight out. Interlace your fingers. Press down, look up, lift your belly as you press to the floor, and bring your hands together. If possible, remember the church steeple here? Press your palms together, okay? And then as you press your hands and you press your feet, lift your belly and look up. Pull your shoulder blades back and fold. Go for the crown of your head going down, and draw your hands towards the back of your head. down. Release your hands to your hips and pivot up. Point your left toes forward, step your right foot forward, square your hips, hands on your hips. So, wherever, maybe you judge upon the distance where you're at before, create that foundation. Press down through the four corners of your feet. Lift your gaze. Shoulder blades pull back. Look up. Exhale, come to a halfway lift. So you're pressing, kind of like a steering wheel. You're moving those hips to the left. So you're drawing that left hip bone back. Extend through the crown of your head. And then drop your nose to your knee. If possible, keep your hands on your hips. This is a grounding check here. Soften your left knee. Look at your right knee. Ushai. Place your right hand to the inside of your left foot. Revolve triangle. Look for that space. Look for that pivotal moment where your shoulder blades move. Dance with that. Yeah, disintegrate. Play around with that. I'll give you a moment. And then everybody meeting so your hand is straight up towards the ceiling and look up. Deep inhale and release, vinyasa. High plank, low plank, up dog, down dog. High plank, low plank, up dog, down dog. High plank, lower all the way down. Tops of your feet on the mat. So feet are about hip width and peel your toenails down into the mat. Wiggle your tushy around so that you release your pelvis down into the mat. Now place your hands alongside your rib cage. Okay, lift your gaze, but not forward, just lift your gaze. Place your hands alongside your rib cage and just use them there as some balance. So you're not going to press into your hands, even though I told you that like 5,000 times. They're just there to give you a little balance. All right? Lift your shoulders to your ears and pull your shoulder blades onto your back. Lift your belly and lift your toes. Locust pose. So reach your upper body forward. Spread your toes, activate them, and release down. Okay, so this time you can take your hands straight back if that's what you like to do. Palms facing in, locust pose. Reach your hands back towards your feet. Yeah, you can, everybody take your hands straight back. Palms facing in. Lift your rib cage off the floor. Move your shoulder bones. Move. Spread your toes. And release down. All right, take a breath in and out. This time, thigh bones off the floor, rib cage off the floor, all of it, go. Spread your toes, lift up, and release down. Bend your right knee, reach back, grab your right ankle. Keep your foot flexed, draw your knee in. Reach back, grab your left ankle, roll to your left side. Flex your feet. There you go. Need some help? On your bellies, on your bellies, on your bellies. Flex your feet so you're almost like you're standing on the ceiling. Draw your knees together. Press your bottoms of your feet towards the ceiling. Press your feet to the north wall. Okay, so what happens? Lift, lift, lift. Everybody, full bow. There you go. Release. Well, no, we do that more than once. Okay, so how can you get relaxed in this more? Because you all look pretty stressed out right now. All right? So reach back, grab those feet again. Draw your knees in. Where is there space? What kind of a posture is this in the JIP?
Ignite.
Ignite. And igniting is a hard, where are we opening?
Chest.
Yes. Shoulder blades back. Lift your belly, look forward. Press your feet up, press your feet back. Lift your rib cage. Breathe, ujjayi. And release. Up dog. Up dog. Press your toenails to the mat. Press your hands. Look at your hands. Spread them. Put your knuckles down. Lift your belly. Shoulder blades back. Yes. Down dog. On your knees. Camel pose. Let's start with hands on our hips first. Pull your shoulder blades back. Push your hips forward. Lift your belly. Look up. Go back. Go back. Take your gaze back. Drop back. North wall. North wall. All the way back. Drop your throat. And roll up gently. Draw chin in. Come on up. Bridge pose. Roll onto your backs. Bend your knees. Feet on the floor. Happy baby. Just a second. Everybody happy baby. Everybody do happy baby. I know. It's been a long day, hasn't it? Bridge pose. Set your feet close into your sit bones. Press down on your four corners of your feet. Lift your hips. Push your knees forward. Lift your hips. If you've got space under there, interlace your fingers. Work your shoulder blades under. So camel, right? I see this as camel, but just a different relationship to gravity. And release down. All right. So everybody move your heels towards your sit bones and try to take your fingertips and touch your heels. Okay? If they feel like they're on the outside of your hips, then you need to step your feet in a little closer. Like, yes. Okay? Wheel, full wheel. Okay? Full wheel. Whatever variation you can get into here. Breakthroughs, breakthroughs. Bring it down. Crown of your head, lift your heels, roll down. Side to side with your knees. And here we go. Up again. Up again. Might be the best start of your week you've ever had. Up, up, up. Everybody up. And down. And up. How many is that? Three. And down. I know we've had a lot of wheels today. Is there anybody here that really wants to do a wheel that maybe didn't fess up the first class, that wants to do wheel and hasn't done it yet today? Huh? Everybody? Okay, so everybody wheel. I'll go to that. And down. Windshield wiper your knees. No cries yet. One more. One more. Up, 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 up. Press down. Press, press, press. Push your knees forward and down. Supta Baddha Konasana. What a day to do this. Like, we have really all been in a journey today. I don't know about you. It's a good day. I know. I know. All right. Happy baby. Happy babies. Eyes open. Eyes open. It's not Shavasana yet. No, right? Like, that Shavasana is so sacred, right? Like, I don't know about you, but have you ever walked into yoga class and that's all you're like, I have a shirt that says, I'm just here for the Shavasana, right? Like,
That's great.
all right, take your legs straight up to the ceiling. Like you're standing on the ceiling, so you're drawing your toes towards your face and place your forearms underneath your pelvis. Create a little cradle here. Draw your toes toward your face, activation. Deep breath in. As you pull your belly button towards your spine, lower your feet a third of the way. Press your heels towards me. Lower another third. Lower and hover. Look at your toes. Inhale up. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower a third. Lower another third. Lower, hover. But don't touch the block. I just put it there so you know, like you know it's there, right? Okay. Inhale up. Oh. Exhale, lower a third. Draw the belly in. Exhale, lower another third. Exhale, lower, look up. Pull your toes towards your face. Inhale up. All right. Bring your hands behind your head. Bring your hands behind your head. Draw your belly in so your legs are straight up. Legs are straight up still. Standing on the ceiling, peel your toes towards your face. Okay. Breathe. Ujjayi. You got this, right? Right?
Yes.
You're like, how did I get volunteered for this? Did everybody know Lindsay, right? Lindsay's never been here before. Isn't she courageous? Drop your right foot, scissor legs. Press your heel. No, hold it there, hold it there, hold it there. So it should be vertical. Inhale up, right leg. Exhale, left leg. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Pause. Get your shoulder blades off the ground. So use your contraction in your belly to lift your shoulder blades. Drop your right leg. Inhale up. Exhale left. Inhale up. Exhale right. And up. Breathe. Exhale. Up. Exhale. Good. Up. Exhale. Up, 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 up. Bend your knees. Bend your knees. Straighten your right leg. So it's vertical. Sorry. Parallel to the floor. But not touching the floor. Take your right elbow to your right knee.
Left knee.
Yes, thank you. Switch, exhale. Switch, exhale. Pause. Deep breath in. Switch. 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 Switch, pause. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Double time. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both pose. Both pose. Both pose. Navasana. Squeeze your knees. Shins are parallel to the floor. Lift your belly. Take your hands forward, even if you think you can't. Pull your shoulder blades back. Exaggerate, literally. Pull them back. Peel your toes towards your face. Lift your belly. Shoulder blades back. Low boat. High boat. Cross your ankles. Rock back. Then come into boat. Boat. Rock back, boat. Rock back, boat. Rock back, and rock forward. 5 times till you're on your feet. Breathe. Sound effects are great. Stand on your feet. Plant them down. Rise up. Tadasana. Hands up. Look up. Soften your knees. Let your tailbone descend. Lift your belly. Take your shoulder blades back. Look up. Take it back. Look up. Keep lifting. Take it back. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, vinyasa. Meeting in downward dog. Lift your right leg. Bend your knee and sweep your shin forward behind your wrist, pigeon. So just stay up for me. Stay up. Get grounded. Get your foundation here. Yeah. Peel your 10 toes down on the mat, the tops of those toenails. Okay? Now, place your hands alongside your knees, your hips, your knee, and draw a line down the center of your mat. And squeeze your knees towards that center line and lift from your pelvis, lift your belly, shoulder blades back. So, proud king pigeon here. Deep breath in, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Ujjayi. And I know there's not much to look at. Eyes open. Turn your left toes under and lift your knee and pull your left hip socket forward to integrate. Then bring your knee down. Deepen more. Is there room? A little less bricks, a little more space, clear vision. Walk your hands in, plant them on the floor. Again, lift, engage from your belly, look up. Shoulder blades on your back. Proud king. Rock over to your right hip and swing your left shin around over your right shin, double pigeon. So you want to get your left ankle kind of hanging over that right knee. Everybody look down and check your right ankle and move it forward. So it's like stacking, right? Log pose, does that make sense? Place your hands beside your hips. Look up. Exhale, forward fold. Not all the way, just a little bit. Just keep on working. Ujjayi. So neck in line with your spine. Keep lifting your belly. And release your left leg back around to pigeon. Swing it around. Turn your left toes under, downward dog. Gaze to the back of the mat. Eyes open. Give it a pedal out. Left leg lift. Bend your knees, shift it forward behind your wrists. Set up pigeon. Okay. Bring your hands in, get foundation in your hands. Okay. So create that fire and that power in the belly. Lift your perineum, lift up. Yeah. Cassie's got a nice little balance here. She's got some control there, right? Lift. Gaze up. Take a breath in and fold down. Just find a little bit of it. You don't have to arrive all the way. Just if you want to deepen, you can, and you're doing a modification, you can move your right foot towards your hips. Turn your right toes under, lift your knee, and draw your right hip forward to the south wall. And drop your knee down. Keep leading with your belly, lifting your belly forward and your heart forward. And finding your ujjayi breath to give you the clarity to move forward, to deepen. There's some of that truth and honesty that we need sometimes in our practice. You know, are you going to stay or are you going to go? You're going to stay, or are you going to see what comes up, or are you going to flee? Maybe you sometimes just need to stay. Right? And sometimes you need to pull back. Walk your hands in, double pigeon. So swing, get your left shin parallel to the front edge of your mat, and bring your right shin around, stacking. So make sure that, look down at your left ankle and make sure it's like you can see it underneath your right knee here. And flex your feet, hands at your side. Lift and keep lifting from your belly, hinge at your hips. Neck in line with your spine. So if it gets too cool, fan the flames, that tapas, that heat. And then swing over to your left hip, take that right leg back out behind you, hands grounded, lift your belly, look up, turn your right toes under, down dog. Ujjayi. Frog pose. So let's face the snow. Fold your mats in half, or create little pillows at the end. Maybe you have to stagger. Oh, you girls all know each other so well, you got it already worked out. Okay, so come onto your hands and knees. On your forearms, feet are flexed. Drop your hips back. Push them back. We'll be here a while, so don't go full throttle on me yet. And to release some of that pressure, you just take your upper body forward a little more. Maybe draw your knees together a little more. Ujjayi. So get yourself to a place that's good, okay? And then we'll all be in agreement on that. That you can stay, just for the moment. Okay, it's some truth and honesty in that. Then come to your breath. And then deepen. Deepen more. What must you give up? What's standing in your way? I'm trying to get present. So just notice, maybe you can't figure out the answer now, what's holding you back. But observe and notice. Because that shows up everywhere. Scoochie your upper body forward and take your legs straight back behind you so you're straight out of your belly. It's like a reverse Shavasana. Press yourself up. Come slowly. Put your mats back out. Undo everything. And take your legs straight out in front of you, seated. Draw your toes towards your face. Lift. Shoulder blades. Bend your right leg and place the bottom of your right foot to the inside of your left leg. Janu Shirshasana. So integrate. Pull your left hip socket back. You'll notice a big difference. Like you're kind of sticking it out there. Draw it into the hip socket. So you can just kind of drag that heel. Reach your hands up to the ceiling. Look up. Lift your belly. Extend, reach forward. Back up again. All I want you to do here is simply hinge a little bit and bring your hands down to the mat alongside your shin. Yeah, listen. Eyes open. Look at your toes. Pull your pinky toes towards your face. Shoulder blades onto your back. Walk your hands up your leg. Switch legs. Right leg out. Draw your right hip socket back. Integrate your hip into socket. Reach your hands up to the ceiling. Shoulder blades onto your back. Lean forward, hands on floor. Neck in line with spine. Shoulder blades onto your back. So it's really, you end up doing a very micro fold here. Look at your toes. Walk your hands up your legs. Take both legs straight out in front of you. Scoot your round sit bones. Peel your toes towards your face. Reach your hands up. Lean forward. Hands on your shins. Shoulders onto your back. You'll know if they're not on your back because they're creeping up around your ears. Soften your knees. Heels on the ground. So bring your heels on the ground. So if you're lifting your heels, you're engaging too much. Look forward, look at your toes. Lift your belly. Lean forward. Walk your hands up. Bend your knees, place your feet on the mat. Place your hands behind you, tabletop, reverse tabletop. Press into your hands. Feel the palm of your hand. Lift your hips. Lift your thighs. Drop your throat back. Look for that back wall. Press your feet down. Press your knees forward. And come down. Fish pose. So on your backs, draw your ankles, toes together, point your toes. Work your hands underneath your, yep. So you're going to sit on your hands. That's where I start. I start with sitting on my hands. I lift my chest. And if you can, get the crown of your head onto the mat. Oh. Eyes open, eyes open. And release down. Come on up to C. For our inversion today, we're just all going to do a variation of headstand, okay? So, if you already know headstand, then you can go into it, but let's just kind of start at kind of the beginning, and then you know how far you go, right? Like, or do you do full headstand, classical? Okay. So if you don't, we're just going to start with foundation, and I may look at you and say, just stay right there, okay? Stay right there. So come onto your knees. Take your wrist, your palm, and so you're going to stand up on your knees, place your palm towards your face, and look at the lines in your wrists. Bring those lines between your eyes. Place your palm on your forehead, and peel your middle finger onto the crown of your head. Keep your middle finger there and lift your palm. Okay? So here's your crown. All right? All right? Now, genie arms. Place your elbows underneath your shoulders onto the mat. Open up your forearms and loosely interlace your fingers. Keep your shoulders stacked above your elbows. Good. Loosely interlace your fingers. So you're going to place the crown of the head on the mat. Lift your thumbs and nestle the back of your head. Okay? All right. So this is